Hello there, good evening. Thank you for joining me on tonight. God bless you. I am so happy that you are with me. We're going to talk about what it takes to recover when you have been through so much. What does it take for you to recover? And what that recovery shall look like, especially in the holidays when many of you have been through a lot. You say, I never thought that I would go through as much as I went through. I never thought I would be forsaken like this. And the narcissist, the one thing about the narcissist, they are good at bringing memory, making sure that they accommodate you with absolute pain. Let's talk about it. Come on. Get somebody to come on with you. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's begin to talk about some of the things that you have been through. Let's help somebody else to know that they're not crazy. A lot of times people think it's impossible for you to go through what you've been through, but you've been through it. And it cannot be denied. And it doesn't matter how many people don't believe you. I want you to know that we believe you. And there is a group of people that believe you. Hello there, Deborah. How are you? How are you? Thank you so much for joining me on tonight. I'm excited about you being with me. As you can see, the topic, recovery. Recovering from the narcissist. What does this look like? After all the pain that you've been through, all the hell that you've been through, and you tried to convince people, you tried to talk to people, nobody believe you. They think that you're exaggerating. And a lot of time when you're with the narcissist, especially if they're covert, and sometimes it's a somatic narcissist, they think that it's not them, it's you. Because the narcissist has a public face, a public character, and then they have a private face and a private character. And you're going through with them in private. And they are displaying falsity in public. So let's talk about that. What do you think about that, Deborah, when you are going through with the narcissist? And many of you that have gotten out, you're finding that the recovery sometimes can be just as painful because you have to revisit some of the places that was trauma, some of the places that was very painful, some of the places that you thought was love, and it wasn't love to you. It was anxiety to you. It was deception to you. And you gave your heart, you gave your life, you gave your time. And some of you gave your body because you have family. You have family with what hurt you. You have family with what discredited you. You have family with what devalued you. And now some of you are out and you have the children. And the narcissist has a right to visit them. Some of you are in court challenges where the narcissists don't want the children. They just don't want you to have them. They just want you to be in pain. And you are having to go from court case to court case, and it's prolonging. The narcissists always want another date. They always want to prolong the case. Because 9 times out of 10, the narcissists want you to put all of your money in the legal system because they know that you can't really afford what they're doing. And you put all your money in the legal system. Then they tell you that they want to settle the case, or they want to fight you for the children, and that you cannot afford the children. Come on, somebody. Especially these holidays. Some of you have been through hell these holidays. And where they was giving a thanksgiving, you were saying, Lord, have mercy. Because you were stirred up in anger. The narcissist wanted to make sure you were miserable. Hey, Danielle, how are you? Thank you for joining us on this evening. We are talking about recovery. What does that look like? What is recovery? Can you recover? You can recover from narcissist abuse. You can recover from all the torture, all the pain. You can know what that look like. You can know what that feel like. You can know what that sounds like. And when the narcissists know that you have a chance for healing, they bring in all kind of trauma for the healing. She said, yes, it was painful, and nobody believed me still till this day. You know what? This is why we have the experience of those who have went through this. We have the experience of those who know that this exists. Of course, they think you crazy, because nobody thinks that a person can be this evil, that a person can be this evil on a continuous basis. And as long as you're with that narcissist, if you've been with that narcissist for 20 years, you done went through 20 years of hell. Hello there, Cluster B Free Karen. God bless you. You have went through 20 years of hell, 20 years of torture. You have raised his children, her children, with someone that is making it very, very difficult for you. And then if you don't watch the narcissist will start a smear campaign in the house behind your back. The narcissist would keep themselves away from the children to make sure the children hunger for them and not for you. And see, when you're full, you don't want food. But when you're hungry, you'll eat almost anything that put before you. The narcissists make sure the children are hungry for them. And then they smear the children with you, so the children is prone to go to them. Because the children is with you all the time. You're feeding the children. You're caring for the children. Where the narcissist is gone. And guess what they want? They want the parent. She said, yeah, thank you, Danielle. They want the parent that's not available. And it seems unfair. You say it's unfair because I love my kids and I give myself to my kids. But what the kids want? They want the father. What the kids want? They want the mother. The one that is the narcissist, because they go through devaluation and keep themselves away from the children. That's why you have to go to recovery. And what is recovery? Hello, everyone that is on. I appreciate you being on. What is recovery? Recovery is when you actually escape or you've been devalued. And devaluation through discard. He discard you. She discard you. How does that happen? They leave. They leave and go somewhere else for a few days. They leave and be with another supply for a few days. Or if you are coming around and your eyes are open, and some of y'all go to gray rock, where you stop giving them. You stop allowing them to drain you. You stop allowing them to torture you. And you gray rock them. What is gray rock? Gray rock is when you go neutral. It's to go to the neutral zone. You no longer feel anything. You don't react to anything. When the narcissist ghosts you, they can go to the neutral zone. They're not sad. They're not happy. And what this is happening, there's a ghosting that recharges them. And so the narcissists go to the neutral zone. They don't argue with you. They don't go after you. They're just neutral. You're trying to figure them out. They're not saying anything. They're not going anywhere. go and come on, because they're rebuilding energy, because it takes a lot of energy to get a new supply. And so rather than to waste that energy into a new supply, they're building up because they know how much it's going to take to win a new supply. Gray rock is your neutral zone as the supply. You're gray rocking them. You're not answering them. And when they provoke you, you're not being provoked. You're not going after them. You're not going after them with energy, telling them what you need, what you want. And when your emotions equalize, the emotions that you have put in neutral, you're going to find yourself really not wanting the narcissist. When you're tired and you're fed up, you're waiting for recovery. When you're done, when you're finished, you said, "I have enough of this game plan. You're not going to keep going out risking my life with unprotected sex, with illicit behavior. You're just not going to do that. I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to disallow." So you start standing up. When you start standing up, the narcissists start, most coverts, going to go to the victim mentality. You don't care for me. You don't love me as much as I do for this family. And they could be doing nothing for the family. As much as I do for this family, I cheer you on. I'm behind you 100%. And you don't do anything for me. You don't encourage me. This is the covert. And this could be the somatic. The cerebral also. The cerebral can go to the pity stage because the cerebral play mind games. The malignant go to forcefulness. The lower narcissists go to the fight zone. The greater narcissists go to manipulation. Deborah says, let's see what Deborah said. She said, "No contact was the best thing for me." She said, "Start healing, and I stayed focused on my healing." She said, "and move forward with my life." That's the only way. See, and now you are in the recovery zone. But Deborah, did you know that recovery zone, in order to recover, you had to revisit some painful places? Karen says, "Narcissists hate boundaries." She said they gaslight, play the victim, pity party. Absolutely. And usually when you do this your altruistic narcissist, your covert narcissist, come on here, your somatic narcissist, and sometimes, she said, yes, indeed, absolutely. And sometimes your cerebral, because remember the cerebral, the reason they call them cerebral, because they're all in the mind. The cerebral, does not use sex as much as the covert, the malignant, or the somatic narcissist. The cerebral is all about your mind. As a matter of fact, one of the person that withholds sex on a tremendous basis is the cerebral, because they're not in the body. And a lot of times they got a lot of inward inhibitions about their body, about their sexuality, and they win you through the realm of persuasion, because a lot of them can be very unskilled in the sexuality itself. They are not as skilled as the somatic, or as the greater narcissist, or as the covert, because the cerebral is after the mind, and they're usually an introvert. They're more introverted. They're more into themselves. These are your accountants, scientists, people who do things without interacting in people. And then when you get your cerebral, that is a people person. Oh my God, you talking about mind games? You haven't seen mind games until you see a cerebral play mind games. And like you, Deborah, when you leave the cerebral, when you say, "I've had enough," when you don't went through great rocking, when you say, no, don't come back. You gone, please don't come back. Or if they don't come back, what happened is You leave. You escape. You escape for your own sanity. You escape for your own healing. You escape for your own life. And Deborah said, the ex-mother, oh my God, the mother is a narcissist also. She said, even worse. Every generation usually is. If you got a narcissist that come from a narcissist family, his family is just like the Addams family. It is crazy. It is crazy when you are dealing with a narcissist family, because the whole family gain you. They gain you. And the whole family is going to agree with each other. And they're going to make sure the narcissist is overthrown in wanting to be with you. They're going to blame you as a game. They're going to detest you as a game. They're going to try to control you as a game family. And all of them operate with the spirit of persuasion. And the persuasion is almost like a form of witchcraft. You wonder how you get caught up in that family. You wonder how they was able to mesmerize your mind. You wonder how they was able to take over you. And then when you leave the house, it's almost like you snap back into your right mind because of the spirit that operate with these people. You said, is it witchcraft? Of course. Is it sorcery? Of course. But your mind is mesmerized. And that's why when you make up in your mind to come out, the narcissist usually take you around his family because he know that they're going to attack you. They're going to mesmerize you. And they're going to give him more leverage, because the narcissist, when they are used to operating this, they know the family ties. They know the family situation. They know the family condition. And they know, if I take you around my family, all of us together, the force is with us. And we're going to overthrow your mind. And that's why when you go around the family, some of you get stomach aches. You go around the family, some of you get headaches. You go around the family, some of you fog thinking, you're slow thinking. You're trying to put two and two together, and it's just not coming together. And so you find yourself getting a little bit quiet. You find yourself with a nervous stomach, or you going to the bathroom, and you don't want to go to the bathroom at their house, but you can't help it. You almost feel like you want to regurgitate. And this is the family. Yeah, this is the family. The family is in on this. So the family know that you are under pressure. And the family know what to do when the narcissists bring you to their house. This is close to be. She said the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Both parent figures were narcissists. She said the mother smiled in my face, called the ex-sister soon as we left, and called me a racist name. See, this is when they're gang stalking, gang acting, gang mesmerized. Whatever that narcissist does, when the family get together, it is multiplied 1,000%. And it's based on the numbers. If the number of the sisters there, the fathers there, the mothers there, because you can have two narcissists in a house, and there will always be a dominant narcissist. There will never be two dominant narcissists. One will always be the dominator of the other. If they last. Usually two strong narcissists, they don't last in a relationship because of the competitiveness and the amount of entitlement that they have to have. So you're going to have a greater narcissist, a lower narcissist, and all the children operating under that greater narcissist and controlled by that greater narcissist. So if you are married to a person that comes from a narcissist family, and the father or the mother could be the greater narcissist, then what is going to happen is the greater narcissist is going to lead the way. And what they're going to do is give the assignment, and it can be nonverbal, but they pick up on each other's energy. That's why you're sick every time you go there. That's why you can't eat and your food properly digests when you go there. And they always offer you food. Careful. when you go to a house and they don't even like you. But every time you go, they're offering you food. Watch what happens after you eat. Are you sick? Does the food stay? Are you noticing symptoms in your body? Be careful, because the narcissist is after control. She said, family, this video, she said, this video to push to someone else who could benefit for it. Share and pay it forward. That is so true. Give this video, especially the holidays. This is going to commence to after New Year. Then after New Year, the narcissist that went out and spent a lot of energy giving energy to another supply, getting in new supply, you're going to notice that after New Year's, that they come in to devaluate, or they come in to love bomb. If they come into love bomb, 9 times out of 10, when you have been discarded, there is a new supply on the hook. And they need to love bomb because they need to bring themselves in from all of that energy drain. The supply is not the only one that get energy drain. The narcissists themselves get energy drain. It takes a lot of energy to go after supply, because you got to introduce them. You got to observe them. You got to break them in. You got to calibrate them. You got to put out little things to test boundaries, where they're located. Then the narcissist got to move those located boundaries and hold on to that supply. They got to make that supply fall in love with them, head over heels, almost to the point of worship. And over a period of time, the narcissist want everybody that's important in your life to become secondary or go to the third level, and eventually move them out, because the narcissist want to be your everything. Cluster B said the mother was dominant. Oh, she was the dominant narc. The stepfather made her mad. First day we met, she said she cussed him all the way to the ringing phone, and soon she picked it up, big fake smile, and was singing hello. Wow. Well, everybody knows the one thing the narcissist is good at is being a falsity, if you want deception, you can get it from the narc. If you want deception, when you are in recovery, this is when you have been discarded. Discard is so painful when you love the narcs, because the narcs, they never close it. They don't even tell you why they left. They just leave. You come home one day, been married for 20 years. The narcissist never warn you that they're going to leave. They just leave. When the narcissists leave like that, they have spent time with a main supply, a primal supply. And usually to get a main supply, it takes 4 to 6 months. And sometimes it may take them a year. So you may notice a break in their behavior. You may notice less sexual activity. You may notice the narcissist leaving more. And you may notice a separation in the narcissist's attitude. They don't seem so into you, and they almost don't care what you do. Another main supply, not just supply, because when the narcissists don't have a main supply, they still get into you, because that's not sure. They still love bomb you, even though they're going to trauma bond you. They're going to torture you. Main supply is the supply that get tortured the most. Remember that. Why? Because they feel that you need to pay for me spending my time with you. You need to pay for getting the most attention. So the main supply is the torture supply. So when the narcissists start leaving, going away, discarding more, leaving more, there is a main supply in the making. And this one, usually the narcissist leaves. She said, my ex-narc is married again, locked her in by purchasing a house. Yeah, see? If you purchase a house, you locked. Usually they'll purchase a car, a house, or they will get an apartment and move you in, or they'll move into your place. It's harder with that kind of relationship, and it's a situationship. It's harder when you are committed financially. And that's why the narcissist with main supply, they're going to go after covenant relationship. What do you mean covenant? They're going to go after marriage. That's why a narcissist, once they want a main supply, they would divorce the other supply. They won't care about the kids or nothing. Why? Because they're too busy trying to hook that main supply. And when they hook that main supply, then they'll come back for you, who was the main supply, because they're telling that main supply everything that you're not, and that you're running after them and you're hooking them and you're glad they're gone. You're free because you're on the road to recovery. Let's see what we have here. Absolutely, Danielle. Thank you so much. So you're on the road to recovery as the main supply. And let me tell you something. Every person that the narcissists go after, they don't get. There are some people too strong, and the narcissist won't even try them because the narcissist is afraid of narcissist injury. And some people got a strong personality, especially a person who is in the realm of recovery and they are doing good and they're saying that I'm not going to go through this anymore. And then all of a sudden they picked up some traits from the narcissist. They picked up what they left. They picked up what they said they won't go through again. They done picked up, if I get this person, I'm going to go through the same thing. They done picked it up. And they're like, no, I'm not going to go through this. I'm not going to go through this. And the narcissist look at that person and say, you know what? I am not going to deal with this person because this person can injure me. Especially a covert and the altruistic. The altruistic invites pain. But they invite pain from another narcissist. Because the altruistic know that if I go in with supply, the supply gonna get needy. And I'm the needy one. I don't want the supply to compete with my void. That's why the altruistic, they want sick people, diseased people, disabled people, or they want a woman who's overwhelmed with children. Because an altruistic narcissist has to be needed. The covert narcissist and the rest of the narcissist has to be praised. They have to be worshiped. You say, I don't worship my narc. Oh, yeah, you do. If he's been there for a while. If she's been there for a while, she can't stay. They can't stay without praise. And it's hard not to turn yourself over to them. Plus, to be Karen said, a main supply, 8 narc used me as emotional punching bags. Woo. She said, and was pulled by the police. All he said was, yes, sir. And soon as he started driving, was cussing nonstop. Got home and screamed at me for 3 hours. Oh, my God. You see what I'm saying? These people have holes in them. You are not going to fix them. You're going to try. Some of you during the holidays, you're trying to change them. You know they're acting a plum fool during the holidays. And you're trying to give them everything they want. No problem. You can give them everything they want. And they still going to not be happy. Because they cannot stand the happiness around them. The happiness around them is torturing them. It's reminding them of the holes and the voids that are on the inside. And they can't take it. So they make your holidays a living hell. Or the other side, the flip side, is they are the life of the party. Oh my God. Why? Because they need the attention. They need to praise. They feel like they're entitled. They need to worship. So where you are not getting attention, they're getting all the praise. And people are looking at the narcissist trying to figure out what's wrong with you. Because they said, that's what I want. If I had what you had, somebody to love me like that, and you're looking at them saying this ain't love, but that's the outside them. Especially the covert. I mean, They are so charming. Everybody think you got the number one woman or the number one man. She's got to be really vigilant with your boundaries during the holidays. You have to, and not only diligent with your holidays, but you have to be diligent during the holidays with your self-esteem. You may have to encourage yourself. You may have to strengthen yourself. You may have to go to a group that the narcissists don't have flying monkeys in, and you may have to be with them to talk to you because you done been through so much. You go in, the narcissist won't let you sleep. They're arguing, and they know you got to get up at 5 in the morning. They know you're 7 o'clock. You got to be at work. They argue with you all night because these vagabond spirits don't need the kind of sleep you need. So you're up all night and you're fussing with them and you're trying to do everything. And finally, you cave in and say whatever you want. All right. They got what they want. And guess what? They are not satisfied. Why? Because you want to sleep. They start all over again. And it's called word salad. You go round and round and round and round in circles, and then they go back to the very thing just when you think you're solving the problem. They go back to the very thing that they said was the problem. Oh my God. Recovery? What does it look like? It looked like, first, the absence of the narcissist. Because you can't recover it in the house. Because you got to keep going through the same channels. You got to keep going through the same programs. You have to keep going through the same mindset. Even when you gray rock, how long would that last? You're not going to gray rock long enough to really get the freedom you need. Why? Because the narcissist is going to make sure they're going to want sex. They're going to want food. And when they see what you're doing, because they're sharp, and so are you. When they see what you're doing, guess where they're going to go? They're going to go to usually the brass love bombing. They're not going to go platinum. Usually, the only way the narcissists go platinum, again, is you're leaving. They will go platinum. They will go gold to keep you there because they haven't hooked another primal or premium supply. But once the narcissists know that you're going to leave, they're going to look for a primary supply. And they're going to put the time in because they know you're getting fed up. And that sixth sense is telling them you're leaving. She's having to revisit the painful places is hard, but necessary part of healing, especially with the family. Especially with the family, because they are there. And what do we have? Karen says, she said the ex didn't believe in saying Merry Christmas. Said everyone was fake and wrong, and it's Jesus' birthday. Never said it in 31 years. She said in the last Christmas, said Merry Christmas to everyone all day except me. See, because that narcissist can pick up that you were getting fed up. The narcissists know when you're leaving. Listen to me, people. They're not stupid. And especially when they're older, this narcissist has had more skill. If you've been with a narcissist when they were young, 9 times out of 10, they're serial cheaters. And they don't grow from other relationships with you there. And they remove the boundaries with you there. And they cross over boundaries. Like Karen said, they disrespect boundaries. Narcissists want you to make them so they can violate them. On purpose, they violate them because it makes them feel a sense of entitlement when they violate your boundaries. And it confirms to them that you're not worth them and that you should be privileged with them. Those narcissists will overthrow all of your boundaries, always overthrow boundaries. Come on now. Especially during the holidays. Karen said in 31 years, he never said Merry Christmas. And then finally when he did, he said Merry Christmas to everyone but her. But 2 years later, she was leaving. 2 years later, she was at the door. 2 years later, she was done. He picked that up 2 years before. The narcissists know when you've had enough. And they start working and scrambling, especially the narcissists that don't have anywhere to go. He needs to move in with another supply. And you'll know because he'll start getting her to fall in love, getting him to fall in love, and they start staying days. And when they're staying days gone, they're staying with that narcissist, with that supply. And they're staying with that supply because they're losing their home. And when they lose their home, they don't have anywhere to go unless they are financially astute. And when they're financially astute, they usually have several homes, several condos, townhouses, and they can stay at will. And they'll just tell you, I stayed in one of my other houses. But what they didn't tell you, they was with someone in the other house. Hey, Demary, how are you? She said, thank God for your protection through these evil men's rejection. Thank you, God, for your protection through these evil men's rejection. Absolutely. She said, if you haven't done it, thank you so much. Absolutely. And that was Demary. Demary, it takes God to protect you. And when God comes in, God usually start working on your mind. He start working on your thought pattern. He start working on your emotions. And he start working on your will. Because if you're going to live there with the narcissist, they're going to have some effect, but they won't have the maximum effects when you have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Or some of you who are not Christian, you have outsourced your emotions. And when you outsource your emotions, that outsource gets your emotion. So you are not as vulnerable as you were when the narcissists were there. And those of you who are Christian, you know what Jesus does. She said, the narc did the same thing to me on Thanksgiving. He was thankful for everything and everybody but me. Yeah, because you're the point of contact. Everybody gonna leave the house. Who gonna stay in the house is you. And to maintain their control, they had to. They had to ignore you. They had to greet everybody but you. But when this is really done on a tremendous basis, some people notice this. And when they notice, the narc will come in with a smear campaign. I know you noticed me not being with it, and that's because, and he whispered in their ear, a smear while you're not looking. A smear in a jesting way, but people pick it up. The narcissists will always defend themselves and to keep their territory. So when the narcissist, you're thinking, well, they're just acting like, no, they're not just acting like that. No, they're just not doing that. No, they're just not being that. That narcissist is very intentional with you and with the children and with the family and with your friends. Watch your friends that are too friendly with the narcissist. And the narcissist feel total at ease. They're probably a flying monkey. She said, amen, God was showing me, this is the marriage. She said, God was showing me getting into a deep relationship. She said, my words, she said, your words make sense. She said, I was upset because he stood up, but it was protection. Because he stood up, but it was protection. Was the narcissist stood up, Demary? Is that what you're saying? He stood up? Because a lot of times a narcissist self-defend. The only way they defend you is someone is messing with their supply. Or they want something. Or in the beginning, when you were in the love bomb stage, oh, the narcissist was the perfect defender. They defend you. They wouldn't let anybody talk about you. You could have been 800 pounds. The narcissist in the love bombing stage see you as 800 pounds of perfection. They will not allow anybody to touch you because the narcissist in the beginning of every relationship believe they really found the right person. And they go through this over and over again. So it's something in their mind that doesn't click. It's something in their mind doesn't register because that's when the narcissists think they are in love. when they first meet the new supply, because it's new supply. There's nothing wrong with the supply. Why? Because they haven't lived life. They haven't been with them. So the new supply is always the perfect one. The new supply is everything that the narcissists have looked for. It's what the narcissists have dreamed. And that's why you feel that. And your countenance even change with the meeting of the narcissist. If you notice that when you met the narcissist, like a pregnant woman, you got that glow about you. Or like a man that has been in great discovery, you get that blow. She said he stood up, never showed up, date night, made a covenant with God and myself to never go back in the mighty name of Jesus. She said she would never go back. She said the narcissist is on his 5th marriage. Oh my God. They let you know the narcissists have no recognition of covenant. They don't honor marriage. They honor situations. Look, you going to work for me. And the best way to work for me is to hook you to me. Listen to this. Karen said, Outcast Christmas together. She said, I found you during lockdown, May of 2020. She said 3 months later in August 2020, we went no contact September 2020. She said, I was totally numb, no tears, lived in cognizant dissonance. This is the result of the narcissist. Do you think the narcissists don't have physiological, sociological, financial impact on you? They impact every area of your life. Come on, people. The narcissist is not there for you. The narcissist is there for them. This holiday, you got to wise up. Don't you allow them to tear down your soul where you feel depressed. You feel there's no use to life. You feel trapped. You trapped. And you feel trapped. Like you have been caught by a hunter. That's the narcissist. The narcissist don't care anything about how you feel. The narcissist cares about what they want. Come on, y'all. Let me hear some of your stories. Y'all right. We got exactly 20 minutes, Danielle, before we close. 20 minutes. What can we say in 20 minutes? What can we do in 20 minutes? Now, who is this? Hey, Abigail, how are you? She said sometimes narcs make you feel makes you discard them like you don't have any other choice but break up with them. Does not mean they won't come back. She said anymore, since you're the one who discarded them. Absolutely. Absolutely. They will be back if they don't have nowhere to go. DeMary said, sometimes we want something so strong, but thank God I listened and blocked them. Good girl, I'm proud of you. And then Danielle said, a narc is a narc is a narc. No matter what package they come in. Girl, you said it. You said it. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Y'all getting this. You getting this. The narcs are design destroyers. They are perfect destroyers. They are complete destroyers. And no matter how much, especially you empath, come on, empath, they love you because you take responsibility for their emotions. You absorb all their emotions, and they absorb you absorbing their emotions. They put all of this negativity on you, and you carry it. And if you are inexperienced empath, you feel like it's the end of the world. You feel like you can't handle it. You can't manage it. You can't do it. You feel like I failed. No, you did not fail. You absorbed all of those negative feelings. Deborah said, he is not coming back here no more. Absolutely. See, that's what I'm talking about, recovery. Recover. You're recovering you. You're recovering your dreams. You're recovering your desires. You're recovering your children's desires. You're recovering their hopes. You are. If you don't do it, who's going to do it? If you don't help your child, who's going to help them? Who's going to help them? You said, I can't. I don't have the strength. We can help you get the strength. And some of you almost abandon the kids because you're trying to live. You're trying to recuperate. She's a pastor of the church. That don't make no difference, baby. I'm a pastor. That don't make no difference. There are narcissists who like the church because people excuse them. She said, you hit a vein when you said we outsource our emotions dealing with the narc. That was deep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And some people, to survive, outsource their emotion. They have to, because they won't make it. These predators are skilled in what they do. And church people, just because you're in a church don't mean you're absence of a narc. Narcs are in pulpits. They're in every realm of operation. Business, church, families. And it doesn't matter where you are. You can find them everywhere. She said, you answered my email and became my life coach. She said, patient, you helped me to recover. She said, now, a half a year later, she said, through your coaching, God has supernaturally healed, able to help others. She said, and still healing and growing. Absolutely, Karen. And Abigail said, please pray for us in the midst of this recovery. She said, no contact stage. She's in a no contact. Let me tell you something. When you're in the no contact stage, what you're going to have to fight in the beginning is when you reminisce, when you're constantly thinking about the narcissist. Because usually when you leave, what the enemy would try to do is get you to think of what you're losing, not what you lost. He'll start thinking what you're giving up. And you're not giving up anything. You're giving up not losing your sanity. You're giving up not losing your body. You're giving up not losing your health. You're giving up not losing your children. But he won't allow you to think that. He will allow you to think you're giving the narcissist up and he's your everything. Remember I told you the narcissists seek worship. They want to be God. And that's why a lot of Christians end up giving up prayer, giving up their faith, giving up their church. And those of you that are not Christian, you end up giving up your religion. They don't want you to go to the temple. They don't want you to go to church. They don't want you to go to the synagogue. They don't want you to go to mosque. They don't want you to go nowhere. Why? Because the narcissist has to be number one. That's the way they flow. And it doesn't matter if I talk to a person in China, a person in Palestine, a person in Japan, a person in Russia, a person in England. They're all dealing with the same characteristics. And it's just like Danielle said, a narcissist is a narcissist, is a narcissist, is a narc. You're not going to make them better because you feel love for them. I hate you love them like that. I hate you feeling that, and I hate that you're getting hurt. But being in love with them, madly in love with them, it does not change them. It affects you. She said, my narcissist is trying to control me and make me have a full hysterectomy. This is Tiger. Oh, my God. Tiger said, help me. Your body, Tiger, belongs to you. It doesn't belong to the narcissist. If you take out what the doctors have said may not be necessary, what do your physicians say? You have to take that back. If you yield to the narcissist with your body and your organs, what other sacrifice on the altar he will require? Because if you're going to have a hysterectomy at the sign of the narcissist, and that's not even his call, that's the doctor call. The doctor's not going to give you a hysterectomy because you want a hysterectomy. What real doctor is going to do that? And if you can cause the shots of what is taken out of your body, you run from that physician because they're about the money and not about your health. If the physician has said that you need to do it and you are opposing because you may be wanting a second, what am I trying to say? Someone to give you a second notation that this is unnecessary or there's another alternative, then you can go and get a second alternative. Don't let the narcissist tell you what to do with your organs. She said, it's a she and my old aging mother. No. Okay. No, what does the doctor say, baby? Tiger, what does the doctor say? What did the doctor say to you? She said, it's an illusion, imagination of love. It's down in Jesus' mighty name. She said, I was through this and came back on the side of victory. Absolutely. She said, sadly, yes. Okay, if the doctor told you to do it, then that physician have a reason. And if they're agreeing with the physician and you are disagreeing with the physician, Tiger, why are you disagreeing with the physician? Don't you trust them? And if you don't trust them, maybe what you need to do is get a second opinion. You need a second opinion. Do you think that is necessary that you get a second opinion? Because is it that they want you to have a hysterectomy? If the doctor has told you, because that may be for your health's sake. Tiger, respond. Do you think and trust the physician, what he said, or do you think you need an alternative through a second opinion? Because if you need a second opinion, before I would make any step, I would make sure that that's the decision that needs to be made, that I need to have a hysterectomy, not they want me to have a hysterectomy. And even if that's the first doctor, you can get a second opinion of another doctor because there are so many innovative procedures. Maybe there may be another alternative. But if there's not another alternative, Tiger, I would go with what the physicians say, especially if you do your research and you do your study and you talk to other physicians, you talk to other people concerning this. Let's see what she says. She said, I don't think so, ma'am, but God showed me a marriage and kids after my recent divorce. Okay. Tiger, why don't you write me at destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. Why don't you write me? Let's talk about this because we may not have the time we need to adequately present your case because there may be a lot of variables that need to wake up in this situation, especially you are in the realm of faith and you're believing God. Do you have children already, Tiger? Do you have children already? Do you have children already? destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. She said, Mary says, the spirit of Jezebel defeated by the blood of Jesus and the word counseling and prayer. Yeah, Destiny Helper 12S. See, before I attack it, I need more information. Let me get information, Tiger, on your health. Let's get information on your health and where you are in your health. Tiger said, my mom has tried to sabotage me in my work with my adult children and future work and my family. When you have a narcissist, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. We're not even interested in what she say other than protecting you and making sure your mind is strong, making sure your will is strong, making sure, especially when you are a believer. The Bible said the effectual fervent prayer of the righteous man avail much. Prayer sets up a structure. Prayer goes in and design what you want to happen. Prayer is the elite from a realm of effectiveness into a down realm of manifestation. And so what you want to do is go into the realm of prayer and begin to design everything you want in that realm and get it through the port to manifest in the natural realm. Nothing is hopeless. And that's why the Bible said that all things are impossible with God. Nothing is impossible, Tiger. Sam says, I am a dog. She said, I'm a believer, but because of all the pain from her. I'm a believer, dog. She said, but because of all the pain from her, I backslid. Oh, baby, you can come back. You can come back. You can come back. It's never impossible for you to come back. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will never hold anything against you. He understands your infirmity and he understands your weakness. Somebody get Sam. Sam said, I am a dog. Let's get him off. Let's get him off. Get the dog off. We don't want dogs. We got enough of them. Tiger, it's not impossible. I want you to write me. Destiny Helper, not just 12. Destiny Helper, put 12S on it. Destiny Helper 12S at gmail.com. Talk to me and let me respond back to you. She said, I am a child of the Most High. Of course you are. So am I. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk in the realm of your faith and belief. She said, I did, and it's refreshing. Absolutely. I know it was. And I enjoyed it too. Let me tell you something. Recover. It's like a book that you put a cover on the book. You cover everything about that book that was exposed. Sam said, I was timed out, Danielle, for 30 seconds. Let me tell you something. You can recover from everything that the narcissist does. It's not impossible. You can recover after leaving the narcissist, and it hurts. You can't believe the pain and the devastation that the narcissist is doing. Triggering phenomenal things that some of you thought you have forgotten. They trigger things in your childhood that your family did to you that was a narcissist, or what another narcissist does. One thing about it, a narcissist will pick up what another narcissist does, and they will activate their last act against you because they are privy and very savvy to what each other do. And they will make sure that that thing right there is done in your life. Hey, I'm a life coach, and many of you probably need to talk to me. I am available. Destiny Helper 12S at gmail.com. We have Karen. Karen, I need you to put your information up. Talk to me. Talk to Dr. Brian. Dr. Brian is a licensed therapist. You can contact her at Overcoming Narcissist Abuse right here. She said, be patient with yourself. Recovery takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Keep watching your Destiny Helper videos. Absolutely. Karen, I need your information. Please put your information up. We have 5 minutes to end in the program. Come on, Karen, put your information up. We have sources for you. We have resources for you. We have channels. Once we find out where you're located, we can give you a directive that will help you. Some of you need to just talk. You need to say, what's going on with me? Where is my mind? And some of you that have left the narcissist, or the narcissist left you, you're finding recovery is not so easy. But you can make it. And what we need to do is put strength around you. And we will make sure this strength is around you all the time. Yes, Destiny Helper 12S at gmail.com. Karen, put your information up. The T on NPD, Telsha Edinburgh, is here to help. Overcoming narcissist abuse is here to help. She said, we are more than conquerors through Jesus Christ our Lord. Absolutely. But even conquerors take reprieve. Warriors have to put down their weapons, wash their boots, and refresh themselves. And of course, we're warriors. The narcissists didn't destroy us. Why? Because they couldn't. They tried, and they couldn't do it. We were stronger than every strategy, every weapon, and every formula that they used. Even though it was painful, and some of you are going through that pain, you are a powerful warrior. She said, until the time, family, she said, subscribe to this channel for the full video archive. Hey, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much. DeMary, thank you so much for being with us on today. Hey there, Sandy. She's a high apostle listening from UK. Hey, Sandy, all the way from UK. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy, I want you to go back and listen to this video. We've been on a little over an hour, almost an hour. DeMary say, yes, recover. Absolutely, DeMary. Thank you so much for your encouragement. You have been a real stronghold on this forum today. I am Apostle Helen, your destiny helper. And Angel say, yes, they are evil, staying single. Yes, going over 5 years now, caring for my little one, staying no contact. She said, see, in both therapies, absolutely. And Cluster B said, aloha, God bless you all. She said, do not accept the holiday hoovers. Absolutely. Thank God, and God bless you. All right, y'all. We are leaving now. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am making up in my mind. I tell you this, but my schedule is busy. I travel a lot, but I am putting little holes in my schedule so that I can make sure I be with my family. Thank you so much for your continuous writing. You can write me at destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. And I pray that this holiday is one of your best holidays. And like Karen said, don't get caught up in the hoovers. Even the falsity and crying and repenting and sorry. Hey, they're going to do the same thing. If you go back, it'll be worse. If they come back, it'll be worse. Stay no contact. Those of you that are no contact, and those of you that are still in the midst of the storm, outsource your emotions, outsource your time, and get those around you to strengthen you. Thank you so much, Deborah. God bless you. I appreciate you. I love you to life. And remember, like and share this video. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. God bless everyone. And I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And I'll see you in a few days. Thank you, Danielle, for coming on. And I look forward to talking and seeing you on tomorrow. God bless everyone.